Have you ever had a dream and when you wake up it was so real you could swear that you were someplace else and you just astonished, perplexed. I dream a lot. I dream almost every night. Sometimes I remember my dreams, sometimes I don't. Lately I've been thinking that something kind of weird is happening to me. I dream, but my dreams are so real. It's like something disattaches from my physical body, like an astral body, and it goes to parallel worlds or copies of this planet Earth, where I find people who are copies of the people I know in this present Earth, in this actual Earth. And I remember, well, I became aware that I was having dreams when I was probably around 7. So for about 55 years I've been having dreams, but lately I think that somehow or someone is causing my astral body, or the software of this body, to go and occupy the body of a copy of me in other worlds. It might sound crazy. It does to me, but I have met people like my ex-wife and a copy, a duplicate of my ex-wife, and we are still married. We're still living in a small apartment with the kids. And on another trip, in the another astral body trip to an Earth copy, I've met my ex-wife, and we are just friends. And also, I was married before this this marriage I had that I divorced. I was forced to get divorced about a year and a half. And I met this lady, and in one of these parallel worlds, we are husband and wife. That's, let's say, my first wife before this one that I just divorced a year and a half. And I remember we are walking on Van Buren Avenue, which turns, if you go south, it turns into Connecticut Avenue here in Norwalk. And we are walking, holding hands. Sometimes I put my arm, around her, over here in the back. And she stops, and she says to me, "Wait here." And then she opens this little gate, goes to a house, knocks the door. Somebody comes out. She talks to this person. She's behaving like she's a Jehovah's Witness or selling something, like a door-to-door sales woman. And then she comes back out, and we go on walking. And then she goes to another house, and she does the same. And I went to another Earth copy, or parallel Earth, where we are friends. She lives in Florida, and I was there as a guest. She invited me. She's going to marry a a baker who is wealthy, and she has a house with a big porch facing a lake, and you know, and I had recently, a few weeks ago, I had a dream with my younger brother Robert, and Robert is a pilot. He's piloting an F-15, and he lands and he says, "Get in," and I sit in the back, and he said, "I'm gonna teach you how to, how to drive this thing," and then we take off, and then I remember that we were flying. I could see Ely Avenue in South Norwalk, and he said, "No, we're going to." No, he gives the commands to me, to pilot the plane. And he's telling me what to do, and he said, "Pull that lever," and then the plane goes upward, man, like a rocket. And so the dream goes on for a little while, but I don't remember what else happens. So then I woke up, then hours later, I don't know. And so in another world, Earth copy world, and with duplicates, with copies of everybody that I know around me here, and I'm in New York City, and I'm walking on, I think it's 9th Avenue, near the Hudson River Parkway, one of those wide avenues, and I'm looking for a shoe repair shop, and I found one, and I found this bunch of guys in there working, and they have an accent. They seem to be foreigners. They're not American. They have an accent, and I said, "Look, I got these shoes," I said, "and I can you fix the soles and put heels?" He said, "Sure, we can do it, but you don't charge me too much because I don't have much money." No problem, he said. They told me the price, and I liked it because it was not too much. So, okay, I said, "I'll be back," and I crossed the street to the other side, and then I stopped on the sidewalk, looking up, looking at the Empire State Building, and as I'm staring at the building started to come down, until it's crushing the building. But there is a bunch of buildings that held the Empire State Building in a 15 degrees angle or something like that, and then this helicopter comes from somewhere and then lands like at the base of the antenna, and this little girl comes out cheering and jumping on the Empire State Building there, and as she's doing that, the buildings underneath the Empire State Building start to get crushed, and boom, and as that's happening, the girl runs back to the helicopter, and the helicopter takes off. It goes up with the girl, and it's curious. And I was back in '93. I was taking a nap during the day, and I told many people about this. The Honduran consulate, I happen to be Honduran and American, double nationality, and the Honduran consulate at that time was on Wall Street. So I was going away, walking away from the Twin Towers. I could see them in the back, when suddenly I see people running, passing on my right, passing on the left, and they looking backwards, and they are scared. You can see the horror on their faces. And then I turned around, and I saw one of the towers coming down, but it was complete, coming down, making a lot of noise, very loud noise, and creating this wind. And then in September 11, 2001, it was, right? My telephone rings. I picked it up, and it's my mom, and she said, "Armando, turn on the TV set, the television, on channel 41, the Spanish channel, and there's a fire in a building in New York." And I turned it on. Seconds after I turned on, and I'm looking at the scene there, the smoke, and fire. The second plane hit the second tower. And then my mom said, Armando, you dream. Remember that dream that you told us, some years ago? And then my brother also came to the telephone and said, Armando, that dream came true. But I don't think it was a premonition. It was a visit. That's what I have come to the conclusion that it was a visit. My astral body, this attaches from my physical body, and visit these copies of the earth. And on this earth's copy, one of the towers coming down. And then in September 11, that was in 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, about 8 years. I think it was 93 or 94. Like 8 years later, we have in this world that where I live, we have the attack to the towers. The two towers come down. It's curious. Have you ever seen that movie? Do you happen to see that science fiction television series that was on Fox Channel 5? Fringe. It's a special body of the FBI that deals with this weird phenomena. And there is another parallel Earth that they can travel back and forth. And that Earth has the two towers, the twin towers still, but our Earth doesn't have them. The other guy didn't have the. It's in another television series, Sliders. I don't know if you ever seen it. So what's happening to me is something more or less like Sliders, that I visit other Earths, but the way these Earths have evolved is different. There's some differences. It's not quite the same as this Earth. And I wonder, why is this happening to me? Who is responsible? And it seems like, to me, it seems like my body, my spirit, or my software is exchanged. It's taken from this body in this Earth, and then is placed in my copy, my duplicate, in many different Earths. And probably what I believe is that the astral body or the spirit of that person and that Earth and that body that I'm going to occupy comes and occupies mine while I'm laying down in bed dreaming or visiting these planets. Or maybe I don't know. Sometimes how can you be sure that that you when you go to bed, like tonight, for example, let me see what time is it. Like tonight, I'm gonna be going to bed. You can see I don't know if you can see the time there in my telephone. Okay, and or here, it's almost 9. Okay, and how do you know that? Let's suppose that this is true, that this phenomena that is happening to me is a fact, is real. How do you know that the next day when you wake up, how can you tell that you are waking up in the same Earth? What if you are waking up in another Earth and you're going to stay there for a while, hanging around there, while the spirit of that copy of that copy of yourself in that other planet is that soul is gonna be in your soul here and staying here for a while. I was thinking, as I was driving back to Newark from Stanford, I was thinking that what if I can leave some hints? Let's suppose that there is some entity watching us and causing this switching, this exchanging of souls to other bodies, in different worlds, and they are watching me, and I'm saying this, that I would like to leave some hints, so the next day when I wake up, I'm gonna go there and see if those hints, those clues that I left there are there or not. Okay, if they are not there, that's gonna be a way for me to tell that I am not on the same earth. Okay, but if I do that, I would have to do it in a secret, very discreet, in a way that dissimulated, so the whoever is watching will not go and remove those hints. Okay, so to make me believe that I'm still in the same earth. Okay, I know this sounds crazy, but it's been happening, and I'm a very sane person. I'm not crazy, and I have a type of job where you have to be clear of drugs and things like that. It's really strange, this, and I've been dreaming, since I remember, since maybe when I was 7 years old, and all of those hundreds of thousands of dreams that I have had up to now. I'm 62 years old now. Can you imagine if I have actually traveled, my soul, my astral body has, gotten out of my body and going to the body of a duplicate of mine in other planets. Can you imagine, if it is true, how many thousands of Earth duplicates there might be in the universe, or in parallel universes. But I wonder, why is this happening to me? The idea of me believing that I might be traveling to Earth copies just came to my head around I don't know, maybe a year. Since a year I've been spinning around this idea, and maybe you have similar dreams. Perhaps you are also being affected by this phenomena. Well, if you are, I'm gonna place this video in YouTube, and if you are, please leave some commentaries, and and let me know if you have ever had, or you having some sort of a weird experience like I am. Okay, my friends, I have to go. I gotta go to bed, and I'm gonna place this video in YouTube and probably in my Facebook wall. Okay, my friends, have a good night, enjoy it, and I'll talk to you in another time, in another video. Okay, bye bye. Armando says bye bye.